Pants, a long-sleeve shirt, shoes, and socks while outside. And DEET. Use an insect repellent containing 5 to 30% DEET.
We're doing our part in monitoring the area through mosquito traps, as well as monitoring dead birds and our sentinel chickens throughout the area for the presence of West Nile virus. And we highly encourage residents to contact the district if they have breeding sources on their property or in their neighborhood.
Vector Control also offers free mosquito fish.
We highly recommend residents pick up mosquito fish from our district to stock their ponds, their abandoned green swimming pools, their fountains, as well as their horse troughs. So it's a natural way of controlling for mosquitoes without having to use any chemicals or larvicides. As of yet, there has not been any positive West Nile virus specimens in Hawthorne. However, in previous years, we have collected dead birds within the city as well as in surrounding cities positive for West Nile virus.
Currently, there is no approved human vaccine for West Nile virus, but scientists hope to have one available in the next few years. For HCTV, I'm Cindy San Luis.
To get free mosquito fish, call the Los Angeles County West Vector Control District at 310-915-7370. Nearly 10 million tires are disposed of annually in Los Angeles County alone. Now, since it is illegal to throw worn-out tires in dumpsters, the LA County Waste Tire Roundup helps residents get rid of them. HCTV's Christina Pascucci has more.
The LA County Department of Public Works hosted a tire collection event at the Betty Ainsworth Sports Center for local residents and surrounding cities.
The main thing is to get rid of the old tires that they either have in their garage or on their property. It's the best way to get rid of them instead of having to illegally dump them.
Disposing of your tires at events like this will ensure they get recycled. Throwing away tires in a garbage dump or even in a privately owned recycle bin is detrimental to the environment.
It probably takes hundreds and hundreds of years for them to decay, and they just fill up the landfill.
Why don't you just throw them in a trash can?
Oh no, you don't do that. That's not safe for anybody.
Tires can also be hazardous to people's health if not properly handled.
The tires actually are a host to pests, bugs, mosquitoes, and can carry and also host diseases.
And these old, useless tires can be turned into other things that are integral parts of daily life. 100% of this waste tire that you see collected here today will be recycled and reused for things such as roads, playgrounds for children, and some things you wouldn't expect, like shoes, purses, and even this pen.
Free pen, it's actually made out of recycled tires.
There is just one rule residents must follow in this process.
There is a maximum of 9 tires that you can bring at a time. That's just the law of transporting the amount of tires you can transport.
Many people had so many tires that they had to make repeat trips.
You're back again. I had 26 tires. I'm glad to get rid of them.
Attendees say the repeat trips weren't bad considering how quick and easy the drop-off process is. For HCTV, I'm Christina Pascucci.
To find out about future tire roundups, visit www.888cleanla.com. When we return, see how the Hawthorne School District is dealing with the rising cost of food.
Yeah, but did you see how much he had to drink last night? I can't believe that guy made it home. Nobody drives drunk anymore. Hold on, I got another call coming in.
While drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving and speeding fatalities have skyrocketed. Someone dies every 13 minutes from negligent driving, so keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your phone put away.
You're watching Hawthorne Community Television, Channel 22, quality programming for the city of Hawthorne.
The United States Department of Agriculture is projecting another 4.5 to 5.5% jump in food prices this year, and one local school district has definitely felt the pinch. Christina Pascucci has this special report.
According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the rise in fuel costs and ethanol production have pushed food prices up to a record high.
I waste like about anywhere to $500 to $600 a month, so it's really expensive right now.
That's why Annabelle Castro and her children come to Jefferson Elementary School 5 days a week for free meals.
It saves all the parents a meal, and a meal does help.
From July to August, the Hawthorne School District's Seamless Summer Food Program offers children ages 18 and under free lunches.
The Seamless Summer Food Program is an extension of the National School Lunch Program, and we started it last year, and we opened up 3 of our kitchens to the community.
Reduced price meals are also available for adults, but in order to keep things this way, the district has had to cut corners.
Our food prices have increased, I'd say about 8%. So what we did for the Seamless Summer Program is produce that we offer, instead of putting them on a salad bar, we have put them behind the counter so we serve them, and this creates less waste.
District Food Services Director Anna Apoyan also says she's closely monitoring employee work hours and negotiating with distributors.
And I try to be a better customer to them, and I say instead of 5 deliveries a week, if we go down to 2 and increase our dollar drop or increase the number of cases per drop, will you give us this pricing?
Federal funds mainly cover costs for free and reduced school lunches, but Apoyan says government funding has not been enough to foot the bill for paid school lunches.
We were serving a paid meal at $1 a loss per meal. And this year we just cannot afford to do that.
Last year the district was only reimbursed 24 cents per paid lunch, forcing school officials to increase lunch prices $1 whole come September.
We had a major increase. Lunches had not been increased in price in over 15 years.
While most of the district's 9,000 students are eligible for free or reduced lunches, roughly 1,000 students will have to pay full price during the school year.
An elementary lunch is $2.25 and a secondary lunch is $2.50 per meal.
And with prices predicted to continue to climb this year, Apoyan says the district will still try and keep costs down while providing well-balanced meals.
We're just going to cut corners, and we're not going to decrease the quality of the food, and we're just going to do our best.
Meanwhile, free lunch programs like the Seamless Summer Food Program remains a godsend for many. For this Hawthorne Special Report, I'm Christina Pascucci.
To find out if your children qualify for free or reduced school lunches, contact Danya Romero at 310-263-3990. Prepaid programs are also available. Well, here's a place that keeps young ones busy during the summer. Reporter Sophia Pop tells us more.
It is a program that has touched the lives of many children.
We play games and make art. Sometimes, usually I wake up and I don't want to leave the house, but since I've been in this program, I like to leave the house all the time.
The summer camp program was created by the Los Angeles Enrichment Academy for children between the ages of 4 through 12 years old. Since 2004, this program has been stimulating young minds through fun and educational activities.
Rooster shot, rooster shot, rooster shot, shot. Boop.
I just try to be a kid myself. I try to remember when I was a kid, what would they like to do? So I put myself in their shoes, you could say.
Staff members include teachers, parents, and sport coaches. Children spend part of their day making crafts and playing games. Group tutoring is also provided.
We wanted a program that would allow them to learn, that would allow them to have fun, that would keep them occupied, that would keep their minds going at all times.
So come September, they're prepared to start a new grade. They're not falling behind. It doesn't take the school system a month to get them prepared to start off the school year. They'll be ready to go in September.
The program also emphasizes the importance of physical activity. Kids get plenty of exercise and have a picnic-style lunch at the park. All of these factors are attributed to the success of the program.
They don't want to leave. That's good. I love hearing that, and I also like hearing things that they've learned off of me. It makes me feel pretty good.
Summer camp programs are held Monday through Friday. Weekly rates are $135 for full-day sessions and $68 for half-day sessions. Students must bring their own lunch and wear comfortable clothes.
it's very fun, and then you might want to sign up because we do a lot of activities.
What a better way to spend your summer. Not only do you get a chance to have fun indoors, but also come outdoors and make new friends. Right, kids? Yeah! For HCTV, I'm Sophia Pop reporting.
The program is offered through the city's Parks and Recreation Department. For more information, call 310-796-0800 or log on to www.laenrichmentacademy.com. Space is limited. Well, one South Bay resident recently broke a world record. He traveled 14,212 miles in 26 days. And that's just half of the story. Lindsay Case has more.
Josh Robbins drove to all 30 baseball parks in 26 days, a brand new world record. Along the way, he collected cups from each stadium. But he says it wasn't the souvenirs or even the record that he cherished most. It was the time spent with family and friends.
His trip began in Seattle, where he watched a Mariners night game with his friend Ken.
Let's get that arm motion. Ow!
If you look at a map, it's by far, the stadium most out of the way. So I just decided that the trip either has to end in Seattle or has to start there.
As soon as the Mariners game was over, they drove 800 miles throughout the rest of the evening to San Francisco for a Giants game.
It's something that we'll always look back and say, wow, we did that. And the time that we spent sharing it, I think, it's priceless.
Then they were off to Anaheim for an Angels game, immediately followed with a road trip to Phoenix to see the Diamondbacks play the A's. Josh's sister Danielle joined his journey to Oakland.
We drove to the Oakland A's game and we drove back that night. She drove about 600 miles.
They ended up heading back to Los Angeles, where they met Josh's friend Bob for a Dodgers game that went extra innings. Josh and Bob then raced to San Diego for a Padres night game, continuing from there to Colorado for a Rockies game the following day. The more than 1,000-mile drive through the night was the longest stretch of the trip.
To me, it was the most amazing drive I think I've ever been part of. So.
But getting from one stadium to the next was stressful at times. In order to break the world record, you have to be at each stadium for the first pitch.
I made the first pitch by 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. Dropped me off in front of the stadium and I ran through the turnstile.
Josh's dad joined the trip following the Rockies game in Colorado.
I hadn't spent time with my dad in a long, maybe 10 years, and just, we spent 5 or 6 days going to ballparks, and at the end, he didn't want to go home. We had such a great time.
After dropping Bob off in Chicago, Josh and his dad drove to several parks throughout the Midwest and parted ways in Minneapolis, where Josh's wife, Sue, joined the trip.
Spending a week with my wife, she's coming along for 2,000-mile drives, and crazy. Who's going to do that? We just had a great time.
The trip was also about giving back to the community. Half of the money raised for the trip went to the Jim Thorpe Little League team in Hawthorne.
Right before I left, I presented a check for $2,200 to the Jim Thorpe League.
And one of the highlights of his travels was when he found out his favorite sports show would be following his journey through the New York ballparks.
I had This Week in Baseball, the show about baseball. They followed us, the Yankees day game, the Mets night game.
He also had the chance to pick out some of his favorite parks.
Obviously, I'm a Yankees fan, so nostalgic reasons, Yankee Stadium. But for pure aesthetics, PNC Park in Pittsburgh, it's beautiful. It's a jewel of a stadium.
And the stadium with the best atmosphere and food turned out to be his last stop, Miller Park in Milwaukee, home of the Brewers. But it wasn't easy getting there. Josh had to leave his best friend Sven in the car while he sprinted for the finish line.
Hands off the tickets to me, and I ran into the stadium again, and I made it by 7 minutes.
Josh broke the record in just 26 days, 1 day faster than he had planned. To make things sweeter, it was Friday, July 11th, his 32nd birthday. For HCTV, I'm Lindsay Case.
Josh's 80-year-old grandfather even joined him at one point. They sat in the rain through an entire Marlins game. To learn more about Josh's trip, go to www.3027.com.